Myself, I'm from Connecticut. Started racing in Silver City Quarter Midget Club in Meriden, Connecticut, and I remember going to the banquets at the end of the year, and it was just like this. It was a lot of fun. One year, Jeff Gordon came, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I was a big Jeff Gordon fan because he was like the first young guy right out there racing. And when I was little, I went to Loudon, New Hampshire to watch my first Cup race, and I met Jeff Gordon there. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. In those days, he had the throwaway cameras. My mom put her thumb in front of the camera. And there was no picture but her thumb. I still remember meeting him. And then I remember there was an interview I did one time, and I said I was going to be Jeff Gordon's worst nightmare. I was 7 years old. That was my goal. My goal was to be Jeff Gordon's worst nightmare. And I had the article, and I showed it to him one day, and we had a good laugh over it. We actually raced each other. So how cool is that to think that you can race against your childhood hero? And now when I meet these kids here racing around, and if they say they're going to race me someday, I think that's actually really possible. And they might be my worst nightmare someday. So I've seen that already with a few of the kids that have come in lately. The William Byrons and Cal Larsons. I have pictures where they met me the first time, and they're like, they didn't grow up much, but they're still like here. And it's kind of an interesting thing, but I think of quarter midget racing and what it is, and how much fun I had as a child racing with my parents and family, running around the country. Probably like a lot of you guys, my parents didn't race. They knew nothing about racing at all. There was a passion that I had as a kid, right? I had Hot Wheels cars, and I played with them every day. My parents realized that, and that was what I was loving to do. And one year Santa Claus brought a go-kart, and that was the beginning of the end for me. I drove that go-kart every day I got home, and would tear up the yard and neighbors' yards and kill their mailboxes. And my father had a garbage company, so I drive around there and hit dumpsters and trucks and all that too. And I hit a lot of stuff, guys, and I think I learned a lot too. Maybe some the hard way. And then eventually got a quarter midget, and went and raced up there, like I said, at Silver City. And the memories I have from racing there as a kid are probably my favorite memories of racing that I've ever had. And it's mainly because we had fun. Right, there's no pressure to it, right? There was times there was pressure and it was stressful, right? Whether it's the grands or a big race or moving up to the next division, right? There was a lot of for a kid that was really kind of scary, but I think that pressure is always something that makes you better, right? And that's what I think quarter midget racing does, is it puts your child in a position to grow. Whether you win or lose, you put yourself in challenging positions, and I think that sets you up for life in a lot better way. And I think that's what this presents, but also doing it in a fun way, right? And teaching kids what hard work is, right? Working on the car, getting it ready, right? Everyone does that together with your parents as you go to the racetrack every weekend. But still having a community and having fun. And I don't get me wrong, I wasn't always working on my car. I was sometimes up at the playground with all the kids, and then mom and dad would say, hey, it's time to race, and it'd be 10 o'clock at night. I'm sure you guys are used to some of that, the late night races, and you got to wake your kid up to race. I remember doing that as well. But like I said, those memories were the most special. And as I gotten older now, I cherish those moments even more, of how I got started and the lessons I learned and the fun we had. And my little guy now, Hudson, I have two little boys. Hudson's my oldest, he's 4. And my parents kept my first quarter midget. Don't ask me why, but they did. And so I was so excited to put an engine in this thing recently. And we repaved my home track up in Connecticut. And so last summer, we brought it up there and I put Hudson in it. And he drove around, and holy cow, was I scared. That's a whole different feeling when you're a parent. I get it now. I understand. I got him with all the safety stuff and all the stuff out, and he's going around, and I was pretty nervous. He did well. It was okay, and now he's hooked. He wants to run something all the time. We're not quite ready yet. He's only 4, but we're having fun doing it. But it's fun to see the different perspectives, right? As a kid that raised with your parents, and now as a parent looking at your child out there and how much fun it is from both levels. But also trying to like keep the competitiveness in me a little bit down, right? Because you always want your kid to go, right? And that's what it is. But also reminding myself as a you know what it was like for me as a kid to make sure it was fun and enjoyable, because as you move up, that stress level and pressure becomes more and more as you have bigger cars. This is the most fun I've ever had racing, was in quarter midget racing, and like I said, the lessons that we learned there were fantastic, and you know, I think all the parents here that help their children you know, raise the commitment that it takes. I've noticed that recently as well. The time commitment, the financial commitment to go racing. You know, kids, you guys should really appreciate that. It's a big amount of time of getting cars ready. It's a big sacrifice that your parents are doing for you as kids to want to go race and have fun. And so appreciate that. Work hard doing it. Have fun doing it. I always say that to my son when we race out in at least the backyard in his go-kart right now. After I tell him never to let go of the steering wheel. That's his number one rule, is never let go. So I'm sure you guys have all rolled them over. You guys don't know, you don't put your hand out. Well, so that's the number one rule. After that is have fun. I always say that's the other most important thing, because if you're not having fun, you know, you need to, you know, you won't find a passion for it to keep working hard. So I'm here for a little bit. If you guys have any questions, fire away. I know somebody's